Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to explore a powerful principle that will reshape your life. We all know that success is not merely about talent or luck, but about how we consciously engage with the world, how we think, how we feel, and how we act. The foundation of success is deeply rooted in the way we think. The thoughts we choose to entertain and the beliefs we hold about ourselves shape the trajectory of our lives. This is why successful individuals place such a strong emphasis on transforming their mindset. They understand that success doesn't come from luck or random chance, but from a consistent and purposeful way of thinking. The power of the mind cannot be underestimated. It holds the key to every decision, every opportunity, and every result we experience. If you want to truly transform your life and achieve success, the starting point is always your mindset. The mind is a powerful tool, and its potential is limitless. However, most people are unaware of just how much control they have over it. We are all conditioned to think in certain ways, influenced by our upbringing, society, experiences, and the beliefs instilled in us from a young age. These thoughts often become automatic, running in the background of our daily lives, shaping our perceptions of the world, ourselves, and our future. Successful people, however, do not allow themselves to be trapped by these automatic, often limiting thought patterns. They choose to be mindful of their thinking and deliberately guide it in the direction that aligns with their goals and vision for the future. One of the most important shifts that successful people make is in their belief about their own potential. It's easy to get caught up in self-doubt, particularly when faced with challenges or setbacks. But successful individuals never allow self-doubt to dominate their mindset. They have learned to see themselves as capable, resourceful, and resilient, no matter what obstacles they encounter. They understand that the thoughts they think about themselves directly influence their actions and therefore their success. When you believe that you are capable of achieving great things, you are far more likely to take the necessary actions to make that belief a reality. This shift in mindset is not always easy. It requires a level of awareness and intentionality. Successful people practice mindfulness and self-reflection to identify any negative thought patterns they may have and consciously replace them with empowering ones. For example, if they find themselves thinking, "I can't do this," they immediately shift their mindset to something more productive, like, "I am capable of figuring this out." They recognize that thoughts like "I can't" are merely reflections of limited thinking, and they actively choose to reject them. This mindset shift isn't just about being positive for the sake of it. It's about recognizing that your mind can either support or sabotage your efforts. The power to transform your life begins with your ability to change your thinking. This type of mindset transformation also involves letting go of the fear of failure. Successful individuals do not see failure as a permanent setback, but rather as an opportunity for growth and learning. When they encounter challenges, instead of retreating or giving up, they embrace the experience, analyze it, and use it as a stepping stone toward greater success. This mindset allows them to persist where others may quit. They understand that failure is not something to fear, but something to learn from and move beyond. The successful mindset is one that is open to change, flexible, and able to see failure not as an end, but as part of the journey toward achieving their goals. Equally important is the ability to envision a successful future. Successful individuals don't just react to their circumstances, they create them. They spend time visualizing their goals and what their ideal life looks like. By imagining their success, they program their mind to recognize opportunities that align with that vision. The more vivid the visualization, the more real it becomes. The mind doesn't distinguish between real experiences and vividly imagined ones, which is why visualization is so powerful. It influences the way you think, act, and respond to the world around you. When you have a clear mental picture of where you want to go, your thoughts automatically start aligning with that vision, which in turn guides your actions. Successful individuals understand the importance of self-talk. The way we talk to ourselves on a daily basis has a profound impact on our lives. Negative self-talk can undermine our confidence and sabotage our efforts. On the other hand, positive and encouraging self-talk reinforces our belief in our abilities and strengthens our resolve. Successful people make a conscious effort to replace negative inner dialogue with affirmations and empowering thoughts. They recognize that their internal dialogue can either uplift them or drag them down, and they choose to keep it aligned with their goals and their vision for success. Transforming your mindset is about taking control of your thoughts and your beliefs, replacing limiting patterns with empowering ones, and using your mind to actively create the life you desire. It's a shift from passive, reactive thinking to active, intentional thought that drives success. This transformation is not a one-time event, but a continuous practice. Successful individuals understand that mindset is something that requires daily attention and nurturing. They stay committed to feeding their minds with positive, empowering thoughts and reject the limiting beliefs that have no place in their lives. In doing so, they unlock their true potential and create the success they desire. One of the most critical aspects of achieving long-term success is the ability to break free from limiting patterns, both in our thoughts and in our behaviors. These patterns, often ingrained over years of experience and conditioning, tend to keep us stuck in cycles that prevent us from reaching our true potential. Successful people are deeply aware of these patterns, and they understand the importance of consciously breaking them in order to unlock new possibilities and achieve their goals. They know that in order to create new results, they must first let go of old ways of thinking and acting that no longer serve them. This process of breaking limiting patterns is not just about making minor changes in our habits, but about transforming the way we view the world, ourselves, and our ability to succeed. One of the most powerful tools for breaking these limiting patterns is self-awareness. Without a clear understanding of how our minds work and the unconscious beliefs that influence our decisions, it's almost impossible to make lasting changes. Successful individuals take the time to reflect on their thoughts and behaviors, observing the patterns that arise in different situations. They ask themselves questions like, why do I think this way? Or what belief is driving this action? By becoming aware of their mental and emotional patterns, they gain the clarity needed to shift their thinking and behavior. Many people struggle with the pattern of procrastination, putting off important tasks because of fear, uncertainty, or a lack of self-confidence. Successful people recognize that procrastination is often driven by an underlying fear of failure or perfectionism. Instead of simply trying to push through the procrastination, they take the time to examine the root cause of it. They may ask themselves, what am I afraid of, or what's the worst that could happen if I fail? By identifying the underlying fears and beliefs, they are able to consciously reframe their thinking and take action, even if they feel uncomfortable. This is the key to breaking limiting patterns. By understanding what drives them, you can choose to replace them with new, empowering beliefs and behaviors. Breaking limiting patterns is also about letting go of the need to control every outcome. Many people hold on tightly to a rigid sense of how things should unfold, and when things don't go according to plan, they become anxious or discouraged. Successful people, on the other hand, embrace flexibility. They understand that control is an illusion, and that true growth comes from adapting to new circumstances rather than rigidly sticking to a predetermined path. When faced with challenges, they don't give up or become disheartened. Instead, they view setbacks as an opportunity to adjust and learn. This ability to be flexible and open to change is what allows them to break free from the limiting patterns of control and perfectionism that keep others stuck. In addition to self-awareness and flexibility, another key element in breaking limiting patterns is the willingness to confront and change old beliefs. Many of the patterns we develop in life are rooted in deeply held beliefs about who we are and what we're capable of achieving. For example, someone who believes they are not good enough or capable of success will unconsciously make decisions that reflect this belief, sabotaging their own efforts. Successful people recognize that these beliefs are not truth, they are merely perceptions that can be changed. They make a conscious effort to challenge these limiting beliefs and replace them with more empowering ones. They don't let past experiences or negative feedback dictate their future. Instead, they use their beliefs as a springboard for creating new possibilities. This process of belief transformation is not easy. It requires a commitment to questioning long-held assumptions and being willing to entertain new ideas about oneself and the world. Successful individuals understand that changing beliefs takes time and practice, but they also know that this is the key to breaking free from old, unhelpful patterns. They regularly affirm their new beliefs and engage in actions that reinforce them. For instance, someone who used to believe they were bad with money may start educating themselves on financial literacy, practicing saving, and making smarter financial decisions. By taking consistent action in alignment with their new beliefs, they gradually shift their mindset and break the pattern of financial insecurity. Breaking limiting patterns involves letting go of toxic relationships or environments that perpetuate negativity and self-doubt. Often we become trapped in patterns not just because of our own beliefs, but because of the influence of others. Negative, unsupportive people can reinforce our limiting thoughts and behaviors, preventing us from breaking free and growing. Successful people understand the importance of surrounding themselves with positive, like-minded individuals who inspire and uplift them. They consciously seek out environments and relationships that encourage growth, support their vision, and challenge them to reach higher. Breaking limiting patterns is about creating new, healthier habits and mindsets that support growth, progress, and success. Successful people understand that the path to personal transformation is not about overnight change, but about small, consistent shifts in thinking and behavior that compound over time. They also understand that setbacks will happen, and that breaking old patterns is a process that requires patience and persistence, but by staying committed to the process of self-awareness, belief transformation, and adaptability, they create a powerful momentum that leads to lasting success. Breaking limiting patterns is an essential component of achieving success. It requires a willingness to be self-aware, flexible, and open to new beliefs and behaviors. Successful individuals understand that their past does not define their future, and they actively choose to break free from old habits that no longer serve them. By doing so, they create the space for new opportunities and growth, ultimately leading to the fulfillment of their highest potential. One of the fundamental qualities that separates successful individuals from others is their ability to develop and maintain a high degree of self-awareness and discipline. Success is not simply about setting goals or having great ideas. It's about understanding yourself, your behaviors, your emotions, and how you respond to challenges. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of personal growth and achievement, because when you understand who you are, what drives you, and what limits you, you can take purposeful steps to enhance your life and work toward your goals. Coupled with self-awareness is discipline, the ability to remain focused, consistent, and committed to the process of achieving success regardless of external circumstances or the obstacles that inevitably arise. Self-awareness allows successful people to understand their strengths and weaknesses. They don't ignore their flaws or pretend that challenges don't exist. Instead, they confront them head-on, using their self-awareness to acknowledge areas where they need to improve and where they can leverage their existing strengths. For example, if someone is aware that they tend to procrastinate when faced with complex tasks, they can develop strategies to overcome this tendency, such as breaking the task into smaller, more manageable parts, setting specific deadlines, or creating an environment that minimizes distractions. Self-awareness allows them to take proactive steps to manage their behavior and decisions in ways that align with their long-term objectives. Successful people also understand that self-awareness goes beyond simply recognizing their own actions. It also involves understanding their emotions and how those emotions influence their decisions. Emotions are powerful forces that can either propel us towards success or derail us from it. Feelings of fear, frustration, or anger, if not managed properly, can cloud judgment and prevent us from making rational, effective decisions. On the other hand, positive emotions like joy, excitement, and gratitude can fuel motivation and inspire creativity. Successful individuals practice emotional awareness, meaning they are not ruled by their feelings, but instead acknowledge them, understand their root causes, and use them to inform their actions. For example, if they feel anxiety before a big presentation, rather than letting it control them, they use that anxiety as a cue to prepare more thoroughly and perform with greater confidence. This level of emotional intelligence allows successful people to remain calm and focused under pressure. Life and work are often filled with stressful situations, from tight deadlines to challenging conversations or unexpected setbacks. Without self-awareness and emotional discipline, these pressures can lead to rash decisions, stress-induced burnout, or even missed opportunities. But successful individuals, with their deep understanding of their emotional responses, are able to handle pressure with a sense of calm and clarity. They recognize that emotions are temporary, and they don't allow themselves to be swept away by them. Instead, they choose to center themselves and maintain control, which ultimately leads to better outcomes. Discipline is the second essential quality that complements self-awareness. Self-discipline is the ability to stay focused on the long-term vision, even when immediate temptations or distractions arise. Successful individuals know that they cannot rely solely on motivation or inspiration to keep them moving forward. They understand that consistent effort, even when it feels challenging, is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who don't. It's easy to feel excited and energized at the beginning of a new project, but it's the ability to stay disciplined and keep moving forward when the initial excitement fades that truly determines success. One of the key aspects of discipline is the ability to delay gratification. Successful people understand that while instant rewards may feel good in the moment, the long-term benefits of staying focused and working toward their goals far outweigh the short-term pleasures. They prioritize what will bring them closer to their goals, even if it means sacrificing short-term comforts. For instance, rather than spending time on social media or watching television, they dedicate time to working on projects, learning new skills, or engaging in activities that will help them grow and develop professionally. Discipline involves consistently choosing long-term success over short-term gratification, even when it's not easy. Another critical aspect of discipline is time management. Successful individuals understand the value of their time and use it wisely. They create schedules, set priorities, and allocate time for their most important tasks. They avoid distractions and recognize that every moment is an opportunity to move closer to their goals. By staying organized and purposeful with their time, they ensure that their efforts are aligned with their long-term vision. They know that their time is their most valuable resource, and they make deliberate choices about how they spend it. Rather than letting their days slip away without direction, they approach each day with intentionality, ensuring that every action takes them one step closer to their desired outcome. Success also requires resilience, and self-discipline is a key element in developing that resilience. The path to success is rarely linear, and setbacks, disappointments, and failures are inevitable. But successful people understand that these challenges are part of the journey. Rather than being discouraged by setbacks, they use their discipline to keep moving forward. When faced with obstacles, they don't give up. Instead, they keep their eyes on the prize, stay committed to their goals, and use setbacks as opportunities to learn and grow. It is the ability to persist in the face of adversity that ultimately leads to success, and self-discipline plays a major role in cultivating that persistence. Self-awareness and discipline form the foundation upon which success is built. Self-awareness allows individuals to understand their behaviors, emotions, and motivations, empowering them to make conscious decisions that align with their goals. Discipline, on the other hand, ensures that they stay focused, consistent, and committed to their vision even when challenges arise. By cultivating both self-awareness and discipline, successful individuals are able to maintain clarity, make informed decisions, and take consistent actions toward their goals, ultimately achieving the success they envision. Taking personal responsibility is one of the most powerful principles that successful individuals embrace in their lives. It's an attitude that fundamentally shapes how they approach their goals, relationships, challenges, and overall sense of achievement. At its core, personal responsibility means taking full ownership of your thoughts, actions, and outcomes. Successful people understand that they are the architects of their own destiny and that nothing in their lives happens by chance or external force. They don't rely on others to determine their success or failures. Instead, they look inward to see how they can grow, adapt, and improve. This sense of ownership begins with the understanding that life's outcomes are a direct result of the choices we make. Successful people don't blame external factors such as the economy, other people, or circumstances for their situations. While they may acknowledge that certain challenges exist, they refuse to give away their power by placing blame. They recognize that focusing on external factors is a waste of energy because it takes them away from the one thing they can control, their own responses and decisions. When a successful entrepreneur faces a setback, perhaps a business deal falls through or they miss a target, they don't waste time blaming the market, the client, or the economy. Instead, they examine what they could have done differently, whether it was their approach, their timing, or even their communication. This willingness to take responsibility empowers them to adapt, learn from the experience, and take steps to improve. By focusing on their own role in any given outcome, they maintain a sense of agency over their life and are better able to drive progress. This sense of responsibility also extends to their behavior and mindset. Successful people know that their attitudes and behaviors are within their control. If they find themselves facing challenges in their personal or professional lives, they don't look to blame anyone else or justify their actions. Instead, they take full responsibility for how they've shown up in the situation and reflect on what they can do differently going forward. This doesn't mean being overly self-critical, but it does mean being honest with themselves. They acknowledge when they've made mistakes and see them as opportunities for learning rather than as something that will hold them back. Personal responsibility is also about taking ownership of the energy you bring into any situation. Successful individuals understand the profound impact that their attitude and emotions have on their relationships, work, and overall productivity. They know that if they walk into a meeting or a conversation with a negative, defeatist mindset, they are more likely to encounter resistance and setbacks. But if they take responsibility for their attitude and approach each situation with a constructive and positive outlook, they create an environment that fosters cooperation and progress. They recognize that how they show up in the world is entirely within their control, and they choose to bring their best selves to every interaction. In addition to the personal realm, taking responsibility is crucial in the professional world. Successful people don't wait for opportunities to come to them. They take responsibility for creating their own opportunities. They are proactive rather than reactive, understanding that nothing will happen if they sit back and wait for the perfect moment. They make the most of every opportunity, whether it's a new project, a meeting with a potential client, or a networking event. They don't look for excuses not to act. Instead, they take initiative, recognizing that success is not a passive process, but one that requires active engagement and effort. The same holds true for setbacks and failures in their professional lives. While many people might blame external factors such as competition, market conditions, or even bad luck, successful people take full responsibility for the outcomes of their efforts. If things don't go as planned, they don't give up or let the disappointment cloud their vision. Instead, they look for the lessons in the experience and use it as motivation to try again, only this time with greater insight and preparedness. They understand that failure is simply feedback, a chance to grow and refine their strategies. By taking full responsibility, they maintain their resilience and drive to push forward, never letting a failure define them or stop their momentum. Taking personal responsibility also involves managing one's time and energy effectively. Successful individuals are aware of the importance of managing not just what they do, but when and how they do it. They are intentional with their time, choosing to spend it on activities that bring them closer to their goals rather than being swayed by distractions or external demands. This means saying no to opportunities that don't align with their vision, making time for self-care, and ensuring that they have the mental and physical energy to perform at their best. They take responsibility for how they prioritize their tasks, balancing their personal and professional obligations in a way that maximizes their potential for success. Another area in which personal responsibility plays a crucial role is in relationships. Successful people take responsibility for the health of their relationships, whether personal or professional. They understand that healthy, mutually supportive relationships are key to their success. Rather than waiting for others to improve or change, they look at themselves first to see how they can be better partners, colleagues, or friends. They communicate openly, show empathy, and take responsibility for their actions within the relationship. This willingness to take ownership of how they interact with others builds stronger, more meaningful connections, which ultimately contribute to their success. Personal responsibility is the cornerstone of a successful life. It's about taking ownership of every aspect of your life, your actions, your mindset, your emotions, and your outcomes. Successful people understand that blaming external factors or waiting for others to change is a futile exercise. They focus on what they can control themselves. By doing so, they cultivate the mindset, habits, and resilience necessary to navigate life's challenges and create the outcomes they desire. Taking full responsibility for one's life is not just empowering, it's transformative, and it's the key to unlocking true success. The ability to set and pursue clear goals is one of the most defining characteristics of successful individuals. It is not just about having a vague desire for success, but about knowing exactly what you want, why you want it, and how you will achieve it. This clarity of purpose is essential because it acts as both a guide and a driving force, directing your actions and decisions with laser focus. Without clear goals, it's easy to get lost in the noise of daily distractions, making it harder to achieve what you truly desire. Successful people, however, have a strong sense of direction that comes from having well-defined goals, and they understand the importance of maintaining that focus no matter what. At the core of goal setting is the need for specificity. Successful people do not simply wish for success or hope for improvement, they define precisely what success looks like. For example, a person might set a goal of being successful, but that goal lacks the necessary clarity and specificity to provide direction. A successful person, however, might say, I will grow my business by 20% over the next year by launching 3 new products and increasing my customer base through targeted marketing strategies. This goal is measurable, specific, and includes a clear timeline. By making goals clear and concrete, successful individuals can track their progress and make adjustments as needed. In addition to being specific, goals must be realistic and achievable. Setting goals that are too far beyond your current capacity can lead to frustration and burnout. Successful people understand the importance of setting challenging yet attainable goals. They know that goals should stretch their abilities but also be grounded in reality. For instance, a successful business owner might set a goal to increase revenue by 20% in a year, but they would first assess their current resources, capacity, and market conditions to determine if that goal is realistic. They balance ambition with practicality, which gives them the confidence and clarity to move forward. Equally important is the need for measurable goals. It's essential to break down larger goals into smaller, more manageable milestones that can be tracked along the way. For example, if the goal is to grow a business by 20% over a year, that goal can be further broken down into monthly or quarterly targets, such as increasing sales by 5% every 3 months. These smaller milestones provide a clear sense of progress, and each achievement serves as a motivation to keep moving forward. Successful individuals know that measurement is critical because it provides them with feedback and insight into their strategy. If they're not hitting their targets, they can analyze the situation and make the necessary adjustments, ensuring that they remain on track toward their overall objective. Beyond setting specific, realistic, and measurable goals, successful people are also incredibly focused on their why. They know why they are setting these goals in the first place and connect deeply with their purpose. This why becomes the driving force behind their actions, fueling their commitment and resilience, especially when faced with setbacks or obstacles. When challenges arise, as they inevitably do, having a clear sense of purpose helps them stay focused and continue pushing forward. The why acts as a reminder of the greater vision and the long-term benefits of their work, motivating them to keep going even when it feels difficult. Successful individuals understand that setting a goal is not the end of the process but the beginning of a journey. A goal is essentially a map, but it's up to the individual to take action and navigate the path. This is where discipline and commitment come into play. Once the goal is set, they don't wait for motivation to show up. Instead, they develop a daily routine and a set of habits that align with their goals. For instance, if the goal is to write a book, successful individuals commit to writing a certain number of words every day, even when they don't feel inspired. They understand that consistency rather than inspiration is what leads to achievement. Successful people also understand the importance of flexibility in their pursuit of goals. While they have a clear vision of what they want to achieve, they remain open to changing course if necessary. Life is unpredictable, and circumstances may change, requiring new strategies or adjustments. Rather than rigidly sticking to a plan that no longer serves them, successful individuals are willing to reassess their approach and adapt their strategies. This flexibility allows them to stay focused on the end result while being agile enough to navigate unexpected challenges or opportunities. It's not about abandoning the goal, but about finding new ways to achieve it when obstacles arise. Accountability is another key component of goal setting. Successful individuals understand that sharing their goals with others or having a mentor can be incredibly powerful in keeping them on track. External accountability provides an additional layer of motivation and responsibility. By sharing their goals with a trusted friend, colleague, or coach, they are more likely to stay committed to their objectives. This sense of accountability ensures that they don't stray from their path or give up when things get tough. They also understand the value of reviewing and reassessing their goals regularly, ensuring that they are still aligned with their vision and making the necessary adjustments to stay on course. Successful people celebrate small wins along the way. They understand that achieving large goals can be a long, sometimes arduous journey, and it's easy to lose motivation if the end result feels far off. By celebrating incremental successes, whether it's reaching a monthly sales target, completing a project milestone, or acquiring a new customer, they create a positive feedback loop that reinforces their commitment and enthusiasm. These celebrations serve as reminders that progress is being made, which helps them stay motivated and focused on the bigger picture. The ability to set clear, specific goals is an indispensable trait of successful people. They know that success doesn't happen by chance, but through deliberate, focused effort. By setting specific, measurable, achievable goals, staying deeply connected to their why, maintaining flexibility, holding themselves accountable, and celebrating their progress, they ensure that they stay on track and continue moving forward. Goal setting, when done effectively, provides a roadmap that transforms ambitions into tangible results, and it's one of the most powerful tools in the journey toward success. One of the most critical factors that distinguishes successful individuals from the rest is their relentless drive to persist, even in the face of adversity. Success is rarely a smooth, linear journey. There are always challenges, setbacks, and obstacles along the way, and how one responds to those hurdles can make all the difference. The ability to keep moving forward despite difficulties is known as resilience, and it is a key trait that successful people consistently display. It is not just about bouncing back from failures, but about adapting, growing, and learning from them in a way that ensures continued progress toward the ultimate goal. Resilience begins with a mindset shift. Successful people do not view challenges or failures as signs of defeat or personal shortcomings. Instead, they understand that obstacles are an inherent part of any journey toward success. Life, business, and personal development are filled with moments of struggle, and rather than shy away from these moments or feel defeated by them, successful individuals embrace them as opportunities for growth. They adopt a mindset of learning, seeing each challenge as a chance to develop new skills, refine their strategies, or deepen their understanding of themselves and the world around them. This shift in perspective helps them stay focused on the long-term goal rather than becoming consumed by short-term setbacks. Part of building resilience is understanding that failure is not the opposite of success, but rather a part of the path to success. In fact, many of the most successful individuals in history have experienced some form of failure before reaching their achievements. The key difference is that they did not allow failure to define them. Instead, they used their failures as stepping stones, constantly adjusting their approach until they found the right solution. For instance, a successful entrepreneur may face repeated setbacks when launching a new product, but instead of quitting or seeing the product launch as a failure, they analyze what went wrong, adjust their approach, and keep trying until they succeed. This iterative process of trial and error, coupled with a willingness to learn from mistakes, is what builds resilience over time. Resilience also involves emotional control. It is easy to become discouraged or frustrated when things don't go as planned, but successful individuals have developed the ability to manage their emotions in high-pressure situations. Rather than letting fear, anger, or frustration overwhelm them, they acknowledge their emotions and allow themselves to experience them without letting them dictate their behavior. By practicing emotional regulation, they maintain a sense of calm and clarity, which enables them to make better decisions and take thoughtful, deliberate action. This emotional control is not about suppressing feelings, but about managing them in a way that keeps them from clouding judgment or steering them off course. Resilience requires a deep sense of determination and self-belief. Successful people maintain an unwavering belief in their ability to overcome challenges, even when others may doubt them. This belief is not rooted in arrogance or an inflated sense of self, but in the understanding that they have the capacity to adapt, learn, and grow. This self-confidence allows them to face adversity with courage, knowing that they can figure out a way to succeed if they remain focused and persistent. They don't let temporary failures or setbacks shake their long-term vision. Instead, they view each difficulty as a challenge to overcome, not as a reason to give up. Another important aspect of resilience is the ability to stay connected to your larger purpose or vision, especially when faced with difficult times. Successful individuals often face adversity that makes their goals seem distant or out of reach. However, they are able to stay focused on their why, the bigger picture of why they set their goals in the first place. This sense of purpose provides them with the strength and motivation to keep going when everything else seems to be falling apart. Whether it's providing for their family, making a meaningful impact in their field, or achieving a personal dream, their connection to their purpose serves as a constant source of strength during tough times. Resilience also involves maintaining a sense of flexibility. The road to success is rarely straightforward, and circumstances are often unpredictable. Successful people understand that they need to be flexible in how they approach their goals. If one strategy isn't working, they are quick to pivot and try another approach, rather than stubbornly sticking to a plan that isn't yielding results. They know that staying too rigid or attached to a single idea can prevent them from discovering new opportunities or solutions. Resilience, therefore, is about maintaining a forward momentum, even when the path looks different from what was originally imagined. One key aspect of building resilience is surrounding yourself with the right support system. Successful people often rely on mentors, coaches, peers, or trusted friends and family to help them stay grounded and focused. Having a support network provides encouragement during difficult times and a different perspective when challenges seem insurmountable. Resilient individuals are not afraid to ask for help or lean on others when they need it. They know that seeking support is not a sign of weakness, but a strategic way to stay strong and continue moving forward. Physical well-being also plays a critical role in resilience. Successful individuals recognize the mind-body connection and understand that maintaining physical health is crucial for staying resilient in the face of challenges. Regular exercise, proper nutrition, and sufficient rest help them maintain the energy levels, mental clarity, and emotional stability needed to persist during tough times. They prioritize self-care and recognize that resilience is not just about mental strength, but also about taking care of the body that supports their work. Resilience is about developing a sense of patience. Success rarely happens overnight, and the path is often filled with delays, setbacks, and obstacles. Successful people understand that resilience isn't just about bouncing back quickly, it's also about sticking with the process, remaining patient, and trusting that progress will come in due time. They know that long-term success requires sustained effort and that each challenge is an opportunity to build the inner strength and skills necessary for future success. Resilience is a cornerstone of success. It is the ability to stay committed to one's goals despite facing obstacles, setbacks, and failures. Successful people build resilience by embracing challenges as opportunities for growth, maintaining emotional control, believing in their ability to succeed, staying connected to their purpose, being flexible, and seeking support when needed. Resilience is not just about bouncing back from adversity, it's about evolving through it, becoming stronger and more capable with each challenge faced. By cultivating resilience, successful individuals ensure they remain on track, regardless of the challenges life throws their way. In conclusion, the journey to success is not defined by a single moment or achievement, but by the consistent habits, mindset, and decisions that shape the path along the way. Successful people understand that achieving greatness is not a matter of luck, but the result of intentional actions, clear goals, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to growth. They never rely on external circumstances or the opinions of others to determine their path. Instead, they take full responsibility for their choices, adapt when needed, and consistently work toward their vision with perseverance and determination. They understand the power of focusing on their internal world, developing the mindset and habits that drive their success, setting clear and achievable goals, and building the resilience needed to overcome inevitable setbacks. By cultivating these practices, they not only achieve their goals, but also experience personal transformation along the way. Success is not a destination, but an ongoing process, and the most successful people are those who commit to the journey of self-improvement, learning, and growth. It is the ability to remain focused, take ownership, set meaningful goals, stay resilient, and maintain a positive, adaptive mindset that ultimately leads to lasting success. So the key is simple: never stop evolving and always keep moving forward with purpose, clarity, and passion. Success is a reflection of your choices, your mindset, and your commitment to living in alignment with your deepest aspirations.